Aloha kakayaka. Good morning. Bob Rogers here with Hawaiian Trike. Well, this morning I got two great images when I opened my front door. The weather report confirmed my observation when it says that along with early morning rain, we're going to have 25 to 30 mile per hour wind with up to 42 mile per hour gusts today. And it will be coming out of the west, which is opposite our normal direction. So of course I decided I would go triking today. Why? Well, there's one reason. First, when I woke up this morning and hopped on my scale like I normally do, I noticed that I was 4 pounds over my normal triking weight. I think I overdid the sushi last night. Anyway, I need to burn some calories. The other reason is that with this kind of wind, it's not the best idea to go kayaking. Not fun at all. And the third reason is I have to acquire something really important at the nearest surf shop, which happens to be in Haleiwa, 19 miles away. So I'll tell you more about this a little later. So I got all dressed up in my foul weather gear and hit the road. The wind was brutal. Based on the weather report, I knew that the winds were coming out of the west, which was the direction I was headed. I don't think I've ever ridden in 25 to 30 mile per hour headwinds before. This was going to be a bear. As expected, the headwind is really slowing me down. I'm averaging 10 miles per hour. It's inconsistent and swirling, and I feel the strain already in my legs. I'm staying in echo or low assist at this point. I don't want a chance running out of power. I had a full 39 mile charge on my first battery and brought along my second, which was only half filled. This was going to be a new experience for me riding into this much wind, and I didn't want to make that dreaded call to my wife for a pickup. As we ride along the ocean's red, we can see that the parking lots are sparse and there's nobody out in the water. The west wind was playing havoc with the ocean, storm surf we call it, basically unrideable. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that I was a mile from the house and I realized that I forgot my GoPro and my microphone. I was really bummed with myself. I thought this would be a great episode to film, you know, riding with all this much weather. So at 10 miles, I finally decided to use my handheld iPhone and do a voiceover as I'm doing now. I didn't want to miss the opportunity, as in 9 years living in Laie, I have never seen a west wind this strong. So I know it has been a powerful winter across the U.S. Friends, relatives, and the media have been sending us reports. I try to imagine what folks do in certain areas when they're dealing with heavy weather. Some have spinners at home for indoor cycling, others load up the outerwear and challenge the elements. Maybe some others head to the gym. Even though I'm facing wind and rain, the temperature is in the high 70s this morning. Yeah, I know, lucky guy, stop grumbling. Dressed in light rain gear and riding a trike with e-assist really pays off when riding with wind and rain. As I mentioned before, the only issue for me riding in heavy rain is that it limits visibility. Not only for me, but for car and truck drivers as well. Fortunately, today the rain has cleared up and it looks like it's going to be promising as I head down the road. The wind, that's a different story. I can see tree branches and other foliage littering the sides of the roads. Need to really stay aware.
Changing our course as we chase the wind, looking for a wandering breeze. There's something in the air that catches my eyes, shadows in the deep blue sea. Searching for the stars as the heavens roll by, trying to get a sextant sight. Chill of the tropical storm, gonna last all of the night. Troubles in the sky are a warning sign. You better keep an eye for the wind
approaching Haleiwa.
Gonna make a run for the hurricane eye. Hurricane, hurricane.
It's usually a lot more crowded than this. Some tourists spend a lot of money coming to the islands, and they're not going to let Mother Nature spoil their vacation. Well, I'm rolling into this little surf town, and I'm headed here to the first surf store.
Oh, Satan knows of many more stars. Does he give up on the sea?
After a short visit, I found out that they were out of stock on the item I was looking for. So let's hop back on the trike and roll across Haleiwa's iconic bridge and go look for another surf spot.
Force of the winds that blow. Are you gonna give up and die? Or will you bend true like an old tall mast? Dances when it touches the sky. Oh, the wind's gonna blow and the rain's gonna fall. The clouds are rumbling by. Tighten up the loads and pull in the line.
All right, here it is.
Gonna make a run for the hurricane eye. Gonna make a run for the hurricane eye.
So why am I here at Haleiwa? Why did I ride 20 miles in this torrential wind with the rain? Because I needed one of these things. This is my leash for my paddle and my kayak. And it's all stretched out because of these big waves I've been riding lately. I'll tell you more about that later. Anyway, so none of these surf shops out here have a leash like this, so I have to go into Honolulu. Oh well. All right. Well, bummers are out of stock as well, and I guess I'm going to have to wait until I make a trip to Honolulu. No worries, this was all a good ride, good exercise. It didn't rain, and once I started filming with the iPhone, I stopped thinking about how hard the ride was. Well, now I'm headed back in the opposite direction, wind at my back. Oh my goodness, I'm averaging 16 to 17 miles per hour with the same output I did as on my way here. Awesome. An hour and a half to get here, probably an hour to get back to the hometown. So I don't want to do this too often, you know, ride against the elements like this. I remember my primary objective to ride a trike is to have an enjoyable ride, bathe in the scenic views, relax, exercise, but not too much body strain. But if needed, I can surely do this.
Sunny day. Are you gonna bring me a sunny day?
Well, the wind is still there. The rain is gone. It's a gorgeous day. But the wind is definitely reversed. My windsock tells me that we got it coming out of the west, and it changes everything out there. But it was a worthwhile trip. I'm exhausted, but I'm good. Anyway, you guys have a great week. Thanks for riding along with me. I enjoy your company all the time. Hope you have a great week. See you next time. Be healthy, be safe, and always be happy. Aloha.